Many of us, if not most of us, do not have the time, energy, focus, or inclination to be baking things from scratch on a regular basis. And if you do, that's good. And I have in the past for long periods of time. I like to get my KitchenAid mixer out and mix up 2 or 3 batches of good sized batches, four dozen cookies in a batch, cookie dough, excuse me, and freeze it. And so we at one time had some pretty interesting combinations of cookie dough in the freezer, and it was nice to have, it's nice to have. But if I'm going to pull a mess out in my kitchen, I like to do it all at once. But don't feel that it has to be something home baked. Now, this is a topic of odors, and not odors, but it's not a good word, but fragrance, smell, and scent. I was going to say, never mind, sense. I was going to say SCENTS, but the senses, the sight, sound, smell, etc. senses. And I have heard people say, I would say this is the topic. I have heard people say that uh, there have been studies done that they have shown that kids that one lady in particular that I know talks about this a lot. She bakes something almost every day. That kids tend to be more successful and more well adjusted and stay drug free if they have fragrances. Like you walk in the door and the smell of cookies hits you when you walk through the door. So I was on my little cookie mission for quite a while, and had a convection oven that was completely wore out in my kitchen, and then I had a used big convection oven that I got from a St. Vincent de Paul store for 15 bucks. I might add, they were going for over 100 bucks on eBay. It was a Farberware oven, and it holds more larger than a 9 by 13 pan, and so I had that going for a while. And the um, the home baked um, experience, I guess I should say, I can't think of a better way to put it, but home baked cookies and bread and french fries and pizza and what have you, something that comes out of the oven that just makes the whole house smell wonderful, does not have to be done from scratch. You can, and I've done cinnamon rolls, with the big cinnamon rolls in the tube that you just pop them open, because I've made cinnamon rolls from scratch on numerous occasions, and it's a big mess and it takes a lot of time. And I'm truthfully not as happy with the product as I am some of the stuff you can get in the store. And so you just you just pull that outer wrapper off and pop it open and slam them on a tray. I really, really love the convection ovens I've had. I have one now that I've killed two, killed two. This is the third. It's just a countertop model. If I was ever going to get a new oven or a range, wall oven or range, I would definitely make sure it was convection, because it's just cuts down on the time tremendously. I love convection. It's just awesome. But definitely you can pick up, you can pick up the fries in the store. You can pick up the cinnamon rolls ready to bake in the store. You can take regular, I think this is kind of a Mormon thing. I remember from decades ago when there wasn't very many, there was 1.3 million members of the church worldwide. Now there's like 14, I think 14 million. I think this was kind of like a Mormon thing, but maybe it wasn't, where you take inexpensive biscuit dough and you open it and you poke a hole in the middle and make it like the shape of a tire, and then heat up oil and fry them like they're donuts, and then either put powdered sugar on them or cinnamon and sugar, and shake them in a paper sack, and lo and behold, you think you have donuts with no effort. But I do have an 86 donut, 86 hole recipe on this channel. All you have to do is put 86 in the search bar and you'll find that, and it's a little more time and energy, but it makes a really nice product. Um, so there's all kinds of things that you can do in that regard. It doesn't have to be from scratch. It can be from scratch if you want it to be, but the cookie dough really at the no frills stores like Aldi, and of course the Kroger brand. I think my favorite chocolate chip cookie, and they have lots of different, a lot of different varieties. And in fact, I think Kroger has the Nestle ones on sale this week for the Super Bowl. But they're like in the $2, a little over $2 range for 24 cookies. and they're really good. They're like, I think they're 80 or 120 calories a piece. But you know, for a couple of bucks, and you've got cookies, warm cookies that you can pass around to the kids that you're going to open your home to, right? Because that other video that said you should let them in your living room, and then you should pass around food. Anyway, you get my idea. It doesn't have to be a home, doesn't have to be a homemade product. You don't have to dirty up your whole kitchen and make a huge mess. It can be something very simple and very economical. And even if you decide to do, you know, a big batch of French fries with a bag of potatoes and a bottle of oil for a couple of few bucks, I think you could get that easily for a bag of maybe 5 or 10 pounds of potatoes and a bottle of oil for $5 or $6 still. And it would make just trays and trays and trays of French fries, and you wouldn't have to peel them unless the kids won't eat them with the peels on them, and then you could make the kids peel them. So just one more idea. I think I'm going to close this because it's at 6 minutes, and let it go at that. Thanks.